As someone with a 3-year-old brother, I can tell you one of the most annoying things toddlers do is ask the question why. They could ask a question and you give an answer, and no matter what the answer it is, they'll always ask why. Why? And where this may seem annoying, it's part of human nature because humans are naturally curious. And my 3-year-old brother's curiosity reminded me of a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson in which he said, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." So, to further understand this quote, we need to consider 3 things. First, what is curiosity and why is curiosity good? Second, what is creativity and how do we apply creativity to our everyday lives? And lastly, how do curiosity and creativity relate to this quote? So first, what is curiosity? A lot of people think that being curious is a bad thing because curious people tend to not be satisfied with what is known, but look further. They're the scientists and the innovators and the doctors who look for new solutions rather than following the old book. However, this can tend to be dangerous because sometimes curious people will go down paths that they cannot return. For example, Hansel and Gretel, who were interested and curious with this witch, eventually went to her house in which she tried to eat them. And because of this, there's a big saying that's passed around which is curiosity killed the cat. However, people tend to forget the second half of this quote, which is curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Curious people are out looking for answers. And without curious people, we would not have the scientists who went out and found cures for certain diseases, or we would not have the people who invented certain technologies. And so it is why creativity is such a good thing, or it is why curiosity is such a good thing and why we need curious people in our society. Secondly, what is creativity and how do we apply it to everyday lives? Well, lots of people would define being creative as thinking outside the box. Someone who is creative will be able to look for a solution that no one else can see. They're someone with their own ideas. The most creative people that people look towards are mainly musicians and artists and people who create lots of art. And people see art as a sort of creative symbol. However, creativity is not only limited to these certain fields. Many CEOs have been interviewed and said that one of the biggest leadership qualities is creativity, because someone who is creative will not settle for what is there. They'll be able to think outside the box and find different solutions. They'll be able to look beyond what other people can see and use their own creative minds to solve certain problems that other people can't. So lastly, how do curiosity and creativity relate to this quote? Well, curiosity and creativity work hand in hand. Curiosity is when you want to go look for the answers, and creativity is how you find the answers. Which leads us back to the quote of, don't follow your own path, or don't follow the trail, instead go your own way and make your own trail. It will take someone who is truly curious to be able to venture off onto their own path, because someone who isn't curious isn't going to think to look around them. Instead, they'll just follow their own path. And when this curious person does go off on their own, it is the creativity that will also bring them back by having them create their own trail. Because you can go off on your own, but you need to have your own trail to be able to follow, otherwise you could get lost. And your curiosity can get you lost, which is why you need the creativity to help you forge your own path. Curiosity and creativity are vitally important in our life, as it explained with this quote, because if we all just followed the same path, there would be no new innovation. Innovation is caused by curious people with creative ideas looking to solve problems. Many diseases that were cured were not cured because some doctor sat around and tried certain methods that they had worked with already existing diseases. Instead, for specific diseases, they went out and looked for specific medicines and specific treatments to help people. They, instead of following the current medicine path, went off on their own path and made their own trail. It is curiosity and creativity that drive human development, which is why this quote and curiosity and creativity are so important. So to summarize, curiosity is not a bad thing. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. And as long as you're creative, curiosity is fine because creativity will help you contain that curiosity, which is why instead of following the set trail, you should diverge and make your own path and leave your own trail behind you. Thank you.